quick second, like I always say. Like I always say. So I'm just gonna get right to the meat and potatoes of it all. Because I'm not agitated. I'm just tired of having certain conversations when it comes to religion and where you're gonna go and things like that. Now I know it's important to enlighten people, but at the same time, at some point you have I'm gonna just say it for certain people that has kind of changed from their ways. When it comes to other people and you're trying to help them, let them get there in their time. Because I would say all because you may have heard someone give a testimony out about this, about that, it's not going to change how a person is thinking when it comes to their life. No matter if someone has told you they have had visions of heaven or hell, it's not. Honestly, like, do we all want to imagine what hells look like? I don't. But I'm pretty sure that I have it in my mind what it could be like. Hot lava, hot lava, I'm just saying, but I just don't get churchy people coming around you, trying to enlighten you on what's to come or what you gotta face when you leave this body, or whether you're still on this earth, going through your life. You know, some folks it's just for me it's just like you're not walking my walk, just like I'm not talking your talk. I believe everyone knows. Well, I can't say everyone knows, but I'm sure a good amount of people have in their minds right from wrong, and they know what to do and what not to do, and they know who they have to answer to. I feel like God is in all of us. And when that sinner is tired of sinning, he will go to them. He or she will go to them in due time. In due time. That's just how I feel about that. I wouldn't try to, force anything upon someone, all because I see them I see them living their lives in a crazy type of way. I can tell you about it, but I'm not going to continue to have the same conversations over and over again. I mean, you have lived. You only speaking like that because you just now decided to change a few years up into your early years. But back in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, you were doing some of the similar things that the sinners was doing. And it's like, you don't think you have to, I'm sure some of them may know that you may have to, give an account on that, but what does that have to do with the people that's, going through that? Well, what does that have to do with you when it comes to people that you see right now that is not on the right path? It has nothing to do. We can't save each other. You have to save yourself out here. You have to save yourself out here. If you know your word, you know it. Well, you know exactly what you got to do. You know what you got to cut off. You know what you got to cut off. And you know how you got to live your life. I mess up on the daily. But at the same time, I'm not out here making choices that I know I ain't got no business doing in the streets. Now, had I been home making them? Yeah. Made a few of them out there in the streets, but I'm not out here doing it on purpose. My conscience would never let me do something like that. I would say, well, really, it would never let me get to that point where I'm just sinning just to be sinning, and I'm gonna just come back and ask for forgiveness, and I'm gonna go back and sin and sin. Look, I feel like this. Get all the sin you got out of you while you can, and then you go to him. Then you go to God. I mean, you can always ask for forgiveness, while you still in your little your thing, whatever that may be. But I don't want to be playing God like that. I don't have time to be going back and forth and knowing that I'm gonna turn back around and do something, complete. I may do the same thing that I'm asking for forgiveness for. Well, I don't want to play like that with God. I just don't. I go to God when I go to God. Just like I go to church. I go to church when I want to go to church. I'm not gonna fake the funk. I don't fake the funk at all. I can't fake the funk, because you know what? From what I do know, it's people right now that are in the church, and heck, we don't even know if they, well, shoot, do they even know? Are they gonna even be getting into the pearly gates? Come on now, from what I always been told, no matter how many times you can go every Sunday, you still may not be getting a seat up there. It's all about how you live in your life, honestly. Because can't no pew sit on no pew save you. It just can't. I don't think it can. Not to get into the pearly gates. Now you can worship in Him, and you can read as many scriptures as you can. But if you're not living your life according to the Bible, you'll be be sadly mistaken. And I don't want to be sadly mistaken. That's why I'm continuing to enjoy myself for the time being. So when I'm ready to let whatever's over my shoulders go off into the lake of fire, baby, that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. And some may say, "Oh, don't wait too late." No, I ain't waiting too late. I'm taking whatever life is throwing at me when it comes to me living my life. I know how to pray, and I know how to not put myself in situations that I don't want to be in when it comes to demonic tree. Well, not demonic tree, but when it comes to demonic stuff, I don't. I'm not partaking in certain things, because I know it ain't good for you. Spirits are everywhere, good and bad. But yeah, I'm just saying. Sometimes that talk sometimes can get a little bit a little uncomfortable at times, because it's like, what more can I do? Do I need to show you that I'm changing? Do I need to show you? I can't put up a front for nobody that knows me and knows anything about me in my life. So I just can't do it. I just can't do it. They say you can't do both. You can't praise the Lord and listen to the secular music and stuff like that. But that is true. But hey, I will say, when a person get to a point where they are ready to clearly to let certain things go, let them get there. Let them get there. I feel like some people's progresses are a lot longer than others. And I really do feel like sometimes people that are, in the church, and they may have already, changed their life, already around, they really shouldn't be trying to force or trying to make you do this and make you say, and want you to do this and want you to listen to this and listen to that, trying to scare you. I grew up in a Christian school, so therefore, baby, anything that anybody is saying about heaven or hell, I already know about it. I may not be so, tech savvy with the scriptures like that, but I do know something. I do know something. Although my heart needs to be a little bit more, I need to put a little bit of a refresh on it, but the Lord knows it. He knows all of what I think of and what I'm gonna say before I even know I'm gonna say it. Like He said, before I formed you, I knew you. He knew I was gonna do all of this. And I'm not saying that how I'm living and how I'm doing certain things it's gonna be always right in His eyesight, but I can change that. at the drop of a dime without anybody coming around me, quoting scriptures and giving me testimonies. I can do without that. I can do without that. I can. Because it doesn't take a couple of seconds but to pick up a book and read, or really the Bible, and read it and have some understanding for yourself without having somebody else around you trying to break it down. They may not even be telling you the right, correct way. I'm just saying. How you doing, Heaven? What's up, Jackson? Wellman. Wellman. I'm just saying. It felt good to get that out. It really did. Sometimes people it's just like they walk as if they ain't did nothing, or they ain't, it's just, for me, it's just like, oh, I done got myself together, so I'm trying to get you together. No, you don't need to get me together, because by you trying to get me together, it's gonna only make me want to just continue to do something that you probably don't want me to do, because you're trying to speed up the process. Look, I know God is not playing with nobody on this earth, let alone in the heavenly realm. The eternal realm. That's one thing I don't have to be informed on. You will see it right now in front of your face with life. Okay? We are here to do the work. He gives us the instructions. Honestly, he does. But when we fall off and fall short, then we are faced with those consequences. It's not the devil. It is on us. Okay? To complete the assignment. To obey. I'm just saying. And I think I said enough. I think I said enough. Because I'm just so kind of up to here with that type of conversation. Oh, change this, change that, change. Listen to this, listen to that. I don't need nobody else's testimony, nobody else's story, or what they have experienced about any darn thing, because I done experienced my own thing, my own out-of-body experience. I sure have. How you doing, viewers of you? I have experienced that on my own for a split second. It was a vision. Okay? When I saw Jesus, his face was like the sun, like pure white. But people won't believe me on that one, but it's the truth. I only can worry about my own salvation. I can't worry about nobody else's salvation. And I wish other folks was out here who could be like that. Even though I know they are out here to be teachers to people that may not know. But sometimes when you being a teacher, you can come off like you are trying to really control a person. Not every move, but the choices in their life, and that's just something that you're not gonna be able to do. You're just not. People are gonna be people. God wants you to have. In my eyes, I feel like He wants us to have a good time, but do it in a right way. You ain't got to get drunk. It's okay to have a glass. You ain't got to dance. You ain't got to dance raunchy, side to side, or you in front of me. You ain't got to go out there and eat certain foods. It's up to you. Pick and choose to see how long you want to be here. It is up to the person. It is up to the person. If they truly want to change, if they want to do a 360, baby. Because who knows now? Who knows years from now? I can do a whole 360. You guys will keep thinking like, oh my goodness, Castro done changed. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, something went okay. Look, something came over me, and I just got tired of the same old. And I don't want to have to prove to anybody that, I'm doing this for their satisfaction. I'm doing this for the Lord. And whenever I decide to let go certain things in my life that it's not good for me, and that is the truth. Now, anybody else, they can play naive and oblivious to certain things. I'm not playing that role. Yeah, we all got something that we deal with. But up until then, when you get ready, you let it go. You would let it go if you really want to be all the way right. I'm just saying, that's just me. Because I ain't here to judge nobody. I can't judge nobody. I try to live a happy life. I don't walk around angry. I don't worry about the next individuals out here like that. Now, I don't want no harm coming upon anybody. But as we know, that's not real life. But let alone my family. But we just, I just got to put my faith in the Lord and trust that He's watching and protecting over them, just like He's doing me and you out there that's listening to this. It's the truth. He's watching and protecting over you. You know, it's a song that I love. It's called "My Saving Grace" by Mariah, and it was a thing. It was a lyric in there. I think she said, "I still exist because you kept me safe," and y'all should think like that. I still exist because the Lord kept me safe. So all this talk about this and that, and what you should be giving your attention to. Granted, it can be, granted, it half of that it can be true. Maybe you need to focus, put, me, and I'm speaking for myself. Yeah, maybe you need to put out, maybe you need to put your focus on something else. Myself included. But at the same time, I'm gonna work on me on my own time. Not when nobody else want me to be doing things, that they want me to be doing in the right way. I'm just saying, that's just me. That's just me. But I hope nobody don't get offended by what I'm saying. I'm just being honest and just speaking from my heart. I am, because I don't want people to feel the need to try to make folks guilty. Well, make them feel, I guess, guilty or about how they live in their lives and what they're doing in their lives. And that's the problem with churches now. And that's the problem with churchy people trying to always give you the bad instead of giving you a little bit of the good. We want to give you the bad first, and then we want to tell you, okay, well, continue to do this and continue to that, and you're going to see a miraculous change. It don't always work like that. It doesn't always work like that. Like I said earlier, you just got to be the one to do the change. Make a change within yourself and not for nobody else. But on that note, you guys, y'all be blessed and not stressed, and I will chat with you guys later on. All right, you guys, I'm out of here.